term, eating hydrogenated oils for 30, 40, 50 years, you're going to have cumulative cell damage. It's going to add up. And you're going to start feeling symptoms and different aspects of disease that make you say, well, you know, I don't know what's wrong with me. I must just be getting old. And the truth is, aging is just unrepaired cell damage. And if we eat really healthy food, our cells will repair and we're going to age slower. We're not going to age as fast when our body has everything it needs. So here's my plug for eat your vegetables. Eat lots of vegetables, eat less things in cans and boxes. You're going to hear me say that again and again. And you'll remember it when you go to the store. Hydrogenated oils then, something you want to look at a label if you choose something that has a box or a can. Is there a hydrogenated oil in there? Does it have bleached flour or refined carbs? If it does, put it back on the shelf. Go find something that doesn't have hydrogenated oils or refined carbohydrates in it. There's another chemical structure that you're going to find in so many foods, it's scary, and it's called high fructose corn syrup. And you've probably heard of it. You've probably even heard that it's bad for you, and you don't really know why. You think, well, it's from corn and it's fructose. Isn't that natural? Well, not anymore. It used to be. It used to be corn, and corn's great when it's growing on the stalk and it's on the ear and you can eat it whole. It's a whole food. Corn off the cob, that's a whole food. If you take all the corn off the cob and you send it to the factory and you refine it, it gets processed, right? All the nutrients are stripped out of it, all the fibers taken out of it, all those good things that your body needs are taken out of it. And then what you have left is what's called corn starch. This, you've seen it, powdery corn starch is left over. Then, we're not done with it yet. We're going to go send it back to the factory, probably a different one. We'll truck it across the country, stick it in the factory, chemically alter it, and change it so that it has, in the cornstarch, more fructose and less glucose. Cornstarch has glucose is your simplest sugar. And when you talk to people who are diabetic, they check their glucose level. And that's your blood sugar level. Glucose is the simplest form of fuel that all of these different foods will break down into, and that's what your brain uses, and that's what all the cells use as fuel to burn. So taking corn syrup or corn starch and refining it in a factory and changing its chemical structure so that it has lots of fructose in it and turning it into a syrup, that's what high fructose corn syrup is. It's definitely processed multiple times, and it becomes a chemical and therefore a toxin in your body. It's not actually a food anymore. And the scary news about high fructose corn syrup is it suppresses your immune system simply by drinking a soda with high fructose corn syrup in it every day. That's all you need to do to make your white cells and your immune system function less optimally, and you might find yourself with frequent colds or flu. And that seems like food, and it's actually not. High fructose corn syrup is not a food. It's chemically signaling your immune system to not work properly. It's also telling your body to store fat. And when you look at perhaps honey, which is a sugar, versus high fructose corn syrup, which is a chemical at this point after it's been processed and refined in the factory, your choice between honey and high fructose corn syrup is going to be, well, let's go with the honey. And the way that sugar behaves in your body is going to be different. It's going to be, honey is a natural sugar. It's not a chemically treated processed sugar. And the reason they made high fructose corn syrup in the first place is that they wanted something that's really economical to sweeten food with. And changing it to this chemical structure makes it a lot sweeter than it used to be when it was just cornstarch.